You're listening to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hot Commodity, joined by my own Hot Commodity, and we are covering WWE Friday Night SmackDown from May 31st, 2024, live in Albany, New York. This is the first SmackDown removed from King and Queen of the Ring. And to kick us off, Nick Aldis introduces the 2024 WWE Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax. Nia looked good with her crown. She looked nice.
She did.
Nia says,
and it's funny because like people want to cheer her on, but she has to be heel.
Yeah. She says, let's get the facts straight. I'm your Queen of the Ring. As your queen, I get a title shot at SummerSlam. Bayley, your queen is demanding your presence in her ring right now. With that, WWE Women's Champion Bayley walks down to the ring, but as she's walking, Piper, Niven, and Chelsea Green attack Bayley from behind. Piper lands a crossbody to Bayley, and then Chelsea grabs the belt. Chelsea says, Nia, you don't have to worry about facing Bayley. Before SummerSlam rolls around, the champion will be Piper Niven. And Nia says, I don't give a damn who the champion is, because I'm going to annihilate her. So we found out Piper Niven's going to be fighting Bayley at the pay-per-view Clash at the Castle. But what do you think about
Niven? Looks like one of my family members.
Oh, I know which one. So what do you think about the coronation and Bayley getting attacked and all this?
I think they're making Bayley look really weak as a champion. This isn't the first time she's gotten attacked since she's been champion.
Yeah.
And like she's just not like going out there doing business. Like I was really excited for her title run, and it's been kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Like,
she had all this momentum going into Mania, and now it's like, what do we do with her?
Yeah. And like it's not like there couldn't be a storyline. Like there's room for stuff.
I don't know why they don't give her Tiffany Stratton. Like, and she fought Naomi one-on-one. She fought Nia already. She's beaten Piper before.
Well, as I told you the other day, I think Tiffany Stratton is probably going to win like either Elimination Chamber or Money in the Bank.
Okay.
This year, but it doesn't even have to be Tiffany Stratton. Like it's fine, Nia. It's fine even Piper, but like don't just get your ass beat every week and then they're like she's like laying on the ground while everyone else is talking, and she doesn't even like get up and do anything. She just lays there and watches. Like,
do you think when Nia challenges at SummerSlam, she's gonna win the title?
I don't know. I'd like to think that they keep it on Bayley for a while, but I almost want to see Nia get it.
Yeah. I agree. I want to see Nia as a champion again. She hasn't been champion in like 6 years. So we then come back from break, and Nick Aldis goes to his office, and AJ Styles is there. AJ says he'd like to address his future in the ring, and Nick Aldis gives him time to do that. We then get Tommaso Ciampa with Giant Gargano taking on one half of the tag team champions, Austin Theory, with the other half, Grayson Waller. Back and forth action, decent match. Austin Theory lands the Ataxia. That was a cool move. And then Ciampa lands a knee strike. And the end comes when Grayson Waller is on commentary, and he tells the commentators that Austin Theory is relevant because of him. Theory hears that, gets distracted, and then Tommaso Ciampa rolls the Theory to get a victory over one half of the tag team champions. Do you think that this is leading to some kind of split between Theory and Waller?
Okay, well, I've got some 411 on that. So this week, WWE put in a request to buy the trademark A-Town Down, and I guess like the video I was watching, they said that they also bought the trademark for Awesome Truth. And they said that if they weren't like planning on keeping them together, that they probably wouldn't be trying to purchase that trademark right now.
Okay.
So
what do you think? Then why do you think they did that whole segment where he got distracted?
On the other hand, it could be they could be buying the trademark to use it down the line. So they could break up and get back together. But I think they've been teasing an Austin Theory face turn for a while. So I would kind of like to see it. And Austin Theory has been shit since he lost the belt.
The U.S. title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he was like on this huge undefeated streak. So I think they need to do something different with him. And I just think that him being with Grayson Waller doesn't do him any favors.
I like Theory better than Waller.
Yeah, me too. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't do him any favors.
Yeah. Well, LA Knight's backstage and he wants to talk to Nick Aldis about Logan Paul. And LA Knight says Logan Paul is not here. But he says, I want the U.S. title. And then Carmelo Hayes confronts LA Knight. And it looks like Carmelo Hayes is trying to get the U.S. title, and so is LA Knight. I want to see LA Knight and Logan Paul at SummerSlam, though. I feel like they're teasing that.
LA Knight and Logan Paul. Yeah, and you know what? I think Logan Paul would kick his ass.
Well, I think it would be a blockbuster match because they're both sort of have that similar. LA Knight's a mega star and Logan Paul's a social media star.
I hate to say it, but like Logan Paul's a really good wrestler.
I agree.
He's an asshole, but he's a good wrestler.
I don't like him as a person, but he is a good wrestler. And he's grown on me.
How good for the amount of time he's been. For the amount of time he's been doing this, and for him to be this good already,
yeah, he's really good. He's really, really good. So we'll see what happens with that. We see Angel from Legado Del Fantasma inviting Andrade to join them, and Andrade says no, thank you. Which leads to Andrade taking on Apollo Crews. During the match, Legado Del Fantasma. No, I know they don't use him a lot. Angel runs down during the match and distracts Apollo Crews, allowing Andrade to land a spinning elbow and a double arm DDT after Legado stands on the ramp and Andrade walks right by them. There's been sort of drama going on online. I don't know if you heard about this, but I guess someone tweeted out in Spanish why they keep having the Spanish wrestlers fighting each other. And Andrade said he felt the same way. So,
well, I get that people are going to talk about it, but it's just like dumb people, like, oh, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's like the two LWO versus, Fantasma. They're good at doing it. And I don't think it has anything to do with them being Spanish. I think it has to do with them all coming from the same faction. They all pretty much came from the LWO and split. So of course, like Carlito, Santos, like they're the main guys, and these other and they were all together. So it makes sense right now that they're going to fight.
Well, the interesting part,
if they threw it out, then yeah.
The reason why it's so, I think, interesting is he just signed back with WWE. So he left AEW. He was unhappy there. He's in WWE. He's feeling unhappy now, I guess, if he's saying that he doesn't understand why they're all. But, I like the storyline, though. I like Andrade. I like that. I feel like he's either going to join them or just going to screw them over. So,
with
yeah, because right now he doesn't want to join them. But
yeah,
and there's rumors that that Charlotte Flair is going to come back. And the rumors, which this isn't going to happen, I don't think. They're going to end up doing Elektra Lopez, who is the manager for Legado, is going to try to get involved and interfere in a match between Santos and Andrade, and Charlotte's going to come out and fight Elektra.
Or they can do a mixed tag. That would be.
But that's all speculation. She's still recovering. We see the Bloodline talking backstage, and then Paul Heyman shows up. Paul says, I've been thinking how I can serve you with you as charged, talking to Solo. As Roman Reigns is tribal chief, there was a lot of violence but that violence is to protect the family, and there's a lot of counsel from the wise man. All I see are random acts of violence, but no strategy. It has to be that when Roman Reigns comes back, we have Cody Rhodes in check. So it says we have him in check, and he doesn't even know it yet. And then Kevin Owens walks out to the ring, and Solo tells Paul Heyman to fix this right now. So what do you think he meant? He said they already have Cody Rhodes in check. He doesn't know it yet. Do you think Paul Heyman, we'll get to Paul Heyman in a minute, but do you think they're going to go after Cody Rhodes, or are you going to get?
Obviously, they're going to go after the champion. Obviously, Solo wants to be champion. I could see, all right, I could definitely see after, either at Clash of the Castle or right after, maybe like the Monday after, I could see Solo going after Cody, and then Roman showing up at their match at pay-per-view.
See, what I wonder is going to happen is I feel like the Bloodline is going to not be able to stop Cody, and Roman's going to come back, and Roman's going to be like, what the fuck? Why didn't you beat him? And then Solo's going to be like, well, motherfucker, you didn't beat him either. And then it's going to become who's in charge. That's what I think.
Or Roman's going to come back and be like, why did you lie and say you were talking to me? And why are these freaks in the Bloodline?
See, I think that's going to happen, but I think Roman's not going to come back a face right. I think Roman's going to come back.
Maybe Solo will lose to Cody.
That's what I'm saying. I think Solo's going to lose, and Roman's going to come back, take care of Cody, spare him, and then be like, you're supposed to be, I left you in charge. You couldn't get it done. I'm taking it over. By that point, Solo's already going to be in charge for a couple of months. He's already got Tama and Tonga. He don't fucking need Roman. So he's like, fuck you. I'm the tribal chief now. You've been gone.
And there's still a lot of talk about Fatu coming.
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
So Kevin Owens comes out. Kevin says, I made sure I had Randy Orton's back at Clash at the Castle over the last few years. He had my back, and I wanted to make sure Solo and his crew did not get involved. While Randy is home recuperating, I'm here. Paul Heyman comes out. Paul says, I come out here to talk to you father to father. You keep calling out Solo. Roman Reigns has great respect for you. Anything you went through with Roman was because he acknowledged you as a threat to the title. Solo Sikoa has no respect for you. He's recruiting criminals. These thugs are looking for any excuse to take you out, and that's bad for the WWE. They're going to do something bad about it, and I'm begging you to back off the Bloodline, please. Kevin says, I'm not falling for this. You screw over everybody. This is all you trying to instill fear in me. I fought the Bloodline for 4 years, and I'm still here. Solo and those guys are not the Bloodline. I'll do anything to get them out of my world. I don't want your help. And then Paul says, maybe I want to save you. And he starts freaking out. He says, everyone thinks that I'm this asshole, but maybe I'm really caring and want to protect you. He says, no one listens to me. And he accidentally pushes Kevin. Kevin walks toward Paul, but then the Bloodline come out and they start to fight with Kevin. And then the Street Profits come out, and it is a nonstop brawl. So what do you think? Do you think Paul Heyman is telling the truth here? Do you think he's really trying to save Kevin, or do you think he's working with?
I did, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, he's going on and on about how dangerous they are and how, like, Roman did this in a more respectful way. No, he didn't. Every single match Roman had, he had the Bloodline cheat and kick people while they were down, get people when they were turned around, hit them in the back. Like, they're just doing the stuff that Roman did, but they're like these new guys we don't know, and they act a little crazy. But it's really just stuff the Bloodline does already. Like, what have they done so far that's so dangerous? So they attack people. So does Roman. So did the Usos. Like, I and Paul's acting like he's so scared. Like, it's kind of dumb. Like, they're not doing anything out of the norm.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think the only thing that's different is, like he said, Roman had this act of violence because he wanted to protect the title. I think he fucked up in his explanation. What I think he's trying to say is these guys have nothing that they're trying to protect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're coming at you like, imagine if you were a champion.
That's the thing. They don't have anything to protect, but they have something to gain. They're trying to get the title.
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
Well, I don't know. When Roman comes back, I think a lot of people think this, and it would be kind of cool to see. I want to see him with both Usos in back of him, and right away, like Civil War. But I know they're going to have to set
it up.
But it would be cool to see him come back with the Usos.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Street Profits are taking on Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Montez hits a frog splash to Loa, but then Tama Tonga lands a flatliner to Montez Ford, and Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa get the win here. I didn't like them as a tag team. They really didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't think they were bad.
And they're supposed to be like, everyone was pumping them up as like a good tag team.
They've been like 6-time New Japan tag team champions. And,
we'll have to see more of what they can do, but
I think the point right now is just to make them look crazy.
But they're not doing any, like, in the ring, for example. Like, they're not
That's what I feel. That's all I'm saying.
No, I know, but like, even like with Nia, right? She's just that annihilator to Lyra looked insane.
Yeah.
Even in the ring, his finishing move is he's just slamming a person's head. Like, that move is like they're supposed to be built up as these like brutal criminals.
All the time, I think Solo's looks dumb.
Yeah.
It's like the dumbest finisher.
Next week, we have women's champion Bayley and Naomi taking on Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Piper hits a senton to Naomi, and then she puts Chelsea on top of Naomi after Piper drops Bayley tosses Bayley into the steps, and Piper and Chelsea get the win here. We already talked about it. Bayley's going to fight Piper at Clash at the Castle, just a way to get that story going.
I don't know. After Bayley got screwed like that earlier in the night, she should have got that win.
I agree. AJ Styles is walking backstage. LA Knight offers him respect. AJ goes by Cody Rhodes and he whispers in his ear. And then he tells the OC, Gallows and Anderson, he wants them to come out to the ring with him.
Oh, can I just say one more thing? And the other thing, the reason why I keep saying about Bayley is it's like she can't keep defending her title and winning it if everybody kicks her ass. You know what I mean? Like, it can't just be like, oh, on the night she wrestles, she's great, but the rest of the time, everybody can just one hit and she's down. Yeah. That's like what I'm saying. Like, all right, go ahead.
Well, and the thing is, she was like that as a face too. Like, there was one match she had with Alexa Bliss where it's an Extreme Rules match, and Alexa's like nonstop attacking her with a kendo stick, and then Bayley grabs it, and she's looking at it like she doesn't want to hit her with it, and then she loses the match because they hit her with a kendo stick.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're in an Extreme Rules match, bitch. Do what you gotta do.
Right.
But her storyline was, I'm a hugger, I'm nice, I'm not gonna do anything like that. So
yeah.
Well, AJ Styles comes out with the OC, and AJ says, I gotta tell you, I've thought about what Nick Aldis said last week. If I want Cody Rhodes, I'd have to go to the back of the line, and I just can't do that in this point in my life and career. I've done this for 2 decades. I became phenomenal. My son graduated high school, and I could actually be there for him. How many moments did I miss in my children's lives? Maybe I should be a phenomenal father now. He tells the OC he loves them, and they do the 2 sweet sign. And AJ says, before I go, Cody, I whispered in your ear. I asked if you could come out here. Please come out. So then WWE Champion Cody Rhodes comes out. AJ says, I wanted to tell you I had one of the greatest matches with you in Lyon, France. This is still the house that AJ Styles built. I called you out here to hand you the keys. So then Cody says, after Backlash, I asked if you were okay, and you sent me a text message saying, I'm okay, little brother. On behalf of the locker room, thank you. AJ and Cody hug. They raise each other's hand. And then AJ Styles lands a clothesline out of nowhere. AJ tosses Cody Rhodes into the steps. And then he lands a crazy-looking Styles splash off the steps onto Cody Rhodes to the floor. totally screwing over Cody. Did you fall for this? Do you think he was really going to quit?
Absolutely.
You know he wasn't?
Definitely.
Okay, so what did you think of the attack?
The attack was the only thing I didn't know. I didn't know if somebody else was going to get involved, and him and Cody were going to be together against somebody, or how it was going to go. But I knew he wasn't retired. It was way too
Obvious. Yeah, Mark Henry did something like this over 10 years ago. So, like, you know, I could tell something was going to happen. But decent episode of SmackDown. We're getting.
Nobody's going to go, I didn't get my title match, so I'm going to retire now.
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't make that a story.
No, I agree. But decent episode. We're on the road to Clash at the Castle. A couple more stops along the way. We'll be covering Raw next. Stay tuned for Attitude Era stuff coming your way and a lot more coming. So until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.